Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Facebook training, trying to increase your sales with each and every order. Can I get an ooh and an ah? Yay! My name is Jessica Connors with the Bountiful Babes in Plainfield, Illinois. I've been selling for about 3.5 years, and I recently became a team manager. Ooh, yay! So I'm going to share some ideas with all of you about making the most out of every order and trying to increase your sales with each and every order. There are really two main things that you need to do to get that to happen. The first thing you need to do is find out about the people to whom you are trying to sell. You can't sell to anyone unless you know something about them. So you need to get some information about them. The second thing that you really need to do is show them the value in what you are selling. Let them see how they can save money or make the most of their money, or let them see why they want what you are selling. Let them see why they need it and how it will help them. Then it has value and then they want it. Those are really the two things that we need to talk about, and we will now go into more detail. In order to find out more about your guests, there are several things that you can do. The first thing you can do is talk a little bit more to your host about the guests that are coming. When you are dicing up the beer bread or setting up your display, this is a great time to make some simple chit chat with your host. Learn a little bit more about her, learn about the guests that are coming, learn about how much they love Tastefully Simple, how many Tastefully Simple parties they've all been to, who's the party girl, who's most looking forward to coming. Whatever it is, this is your chance to start getting the first bit of information about all of those guests. When they do start arriving, introduce yourself, shake their hands, chit chat with them a little bit, find out something about them. Do they have kids? What's their job? What are they escaping? What are they leaving at home that night? What are they most excited about? Um, just make a little bit of a personal connection. You don't really have to start selling at this point, but making the connection, let them know you're the one that's running the party, let them know you're excited, that you are just as happy to be enjoying a Friday night away from home as they are. Get everybody on the same page, let them know you're all in the same boat, and that's your first step to them letting their guard down a little bit and trusting you. When we do intros at the party, which is one of the first things that I do, there's a couple of things that are included in that, but one of the things that I ask everyone to share is what is their favorite Tastefully Simple product. The reason that I do this, there's several things you can learn from this. They might mention a product that's been gone for a very long time, that was available seasons several years ago, and then you know that they've been buying Tastefully Simple for a very long time, so they're familiar with it. They might be ready for a little more information, or they might really want to focus on some of the seasonal items, or maybe they want newer recipes. You also will learn who's not ever bought Tastefully Simple before, or who's not ever been to a party before. So you can gear some more basic information towards them. And you want to, in those cases, you really want to talk about some of our standards. Explain a little bit more about the catalog or our products to them. You want to find out what their needs are so you can meet them. I do play the ticket game at my parties. Many people do. There's many versions of the ticket game. One of the things that seems to work very well for me is playing the ticket game throughout the party. Instead of just stopping towards the end or in the middle and trying to get people to ask questions, I encourage them to ask questions right from the beginning. There's a couple ways that I do that. Firstly, I give them permission to talk. This is a party. I want them to have fun. I want them to create their own fun. The more fun the guests are having without my help, the less structured the party appears, the more naturally information flows, And then you don't have to work as hard because they're already having a great time. And they will walk away remembering that they were able to connect with that friend or their host or the neighbor they haven't seen in a long time. And that leaves them with a good feeling. So I encourage them to talk, and I let them know I'm happy to repeat things as many times as they need to hear it. But what happens here is in their talking, I encourage them to talk about Tastefully Simple products. Share a recipe. How long have you been buying that product? What do you do with it? What's the favorite thing that your family likes? What do you always bring to a party that is always gone or is always a hit? And I give them a ticket. If they ask a question about the price of something in the catalog, I give them the ticket. It doesn't matter what it is. They feel good. They have the chance to earn something. If they ask about hosting their own party, or if they ask about some of the benefits from tonight's host, I give them 2 tickets. And if they ask about the business opportunity, I give them 4 tickets. And at the end of the night, before I move into checkout, instead of just drawing a random ticket, I ask who has the most tickets. The reason I do that is because there's very often a handful of people that are ready for some friendly competition. And they might see that Julie over here has 6 tickets. So Lisa only has 5. She's going to ask a couple of questions so she can one-up Lisa. And that creates some natural fun again. People laugh about it. Those two have fun going at it. And they're asking the questions without me having to prompt them. It's natural fun. It gets people laughing. It's a good time. I also try to joke with people a lot throughout the party. Instead of doing a lot of planned games, I insert a lot of sarcasm, a lot of joking. For example, the oohs and the ahs over a little piece of information that I share gets people laughing. If one person's making fun of their husband, I might make fun of my husband or say, oh, and I heard that, your husband has done this. I just kind of come down to their level and joke with them. I'm happy to go off on a tangent with them for a minute. Again, just so they know we're all in this happy Friday night together, and I'm just as willing to have a good time as they are. So there's some ways that you can get information out of them and to get them to trust you. I will share a little bit about myself. Again, just so they know we're all on the same page. We all come from the same place. But I'm very careful not to monopolize the conversation because I want to learn more about them. The next thing we need to talk about is value. Showing people the value of Tastefully Simple products is the most important thing that we really need to do that night. Let them know how these products can help them. Let them know it saves time in the kitchen. Let them know that it's delicious, that it will get their picky eaters to eat. There's so many wonderful things that you can get from our products. Share those ideas with them so they can see that value. There's also extra value whenever Tastefully Simple puts something into a collection. So what I do right after we do intros is take people to the back of the catalog to look at our collections. And I even have a little some in my book that I pass around, some information on the collections, what they are and how much they save. This includes some standard collections as well as seasonal collections. And I let them know what they save. For example, if you buy the Perfect 10, you're saving $9 on these products. So that's a sale to you. That's value. Let them know that. And I let them know the page that all those are on, and I walk through that with them so they can see it. They start thinking about bundling the products right from the beginning, and they see the value in doing that. You can also talk about your favorite products, things that really get your heart racing or that you use a lot. The reason for doing that is because your natural excitement will come through, and that will help get your guests excited. And it also encourages them to share more about their products and how they use them, and it gives you an opportunity to learn more about them. Again, you don't want to go too far here. You don't want to take over the conversation because then you're not learning too much about them. But sometimes, for example, if somebody says, oh, I love the corn and black bean salsa, well, then you can share the corn and black bean salsa recipe that you use in the crock pot. That gives it extra value. So another thing that we can do, this is something I just learned about. I have not had the opportunity to use this yet, but many consultants are. It's a create your own collection page. And this is posted on Fired Up. The reason I love this, again, is it's because it's encouraging larger orders, and you can take a little bit of money off by letting them group things together in a manner that they want. They feel like they're getting more of what they want. They're not being told this is what you want. They can select it. It can meet their needs. You can offer them a bit of a sale on it, and some other consultants are finding great success with this. So I am looking forward to doing that. If any of you start using it, post it on Fired Up. Let us know. Let's learn about this together. I think it's a wonderful idea. So now we're at checkout. Don't hurry checkout. You might feel like you got to get the people out of there. What you can do is find out first who is in a hurry and ask them to come to you first. Check them out first. This doesn't mean that you just push them out of the house, but you do want to respect the fact that somebody might have to get up at 5 in the morning to go to work, or they have a sick child at home. So get them checked out first. That way you know you have more time with the other guests. This doesn't mean that you just check them out, do the numbers, and say good night. You can say to them, Sally, I know you're in a hurry, but you really seem to be asking a lot of questions and earned a lot of tickets about hosting your own party. Can I give you a call later this week about that? This way you're getting permission to talk with them. Ask them what a good night is, and then they're expecting the call. And even though you might not have the chance to upsell on that order, you're still creating another opportunity to connect with that guest. And the connection is what is most important. And they can't be surprised when you call, and you don't have to feel pushy because you asked when a good time was to call. They're expecting the call, and everybody leaves happy. And once you get those people taken care of that are in a hurry, then you have the chance to feel better about connecting with the rest of the guests on a little bit more of a personal level. You learned things about them throughout the party by encouraging them to talk. You listened in on the conversations. You learned something about them. You find out what they need and what they want. And now you can offer that to them on a one-on-one environment. I do my checkouts a little bit removed from the rest of the party. I don't want people to feel silly about questions that they might ask. I don't want them to feel silly about answering questions that I may be asking them. I don't want them to feel pressure from anyone else. And I can really get in and find out what their needs and wants are and do my best to address them. And again, if I'm listening throughout the whole party and I've encouraged them to talk, then I can make the most out of this checkout process now that I have them in front of me. One of the first things you can do, look at what's on that what they have listed on there. If they have a key lime cheese ball, you can suggest some Twisty-Grams to go along with that. If they bought some soup, offer some beer bread. Offer the biscuits to go along with it. Offer the Vidalia onion dressing to make a salad with it. Then they're getting more bang out of that order. Not only are they getting the soup, but they're getting the entire meal taken care of for them. You're helping them out. You might be able to look and see they have a whole bunch of sauces. Why are they ordering all those sauces? Well, they tell you they like their slow cooker a lot. Fantastic. Maybe there's a sauce not on there that you can recommend that you know works wonderfully in the crock pot, and you can share that recipe with them. And then they have the opportunity to add that on there. Maybe they have a whole bunch of dips and drink buckets on there. Ask them why. Are they throwing a party? What's coming up in their lives? Do they do a lot in the summer with other friends? And if you find out they entertain a lot, then you can suggest a few more items that work wonderfully for entertaining or that make very quick recipes in the kitchen that they can share with a lot of people. Again, if you're finding out what their needs are and you're talking to them about it, then you can connect with them and you can listen to them and you can help them out. If you're offering somebody a solution to their problems, if you're meeting their needs, you're not being pushy. You're helping them out. You're showing them the value in what you have for them. Maybe they have items on there that are crossed off. Why are they crossed off? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One, they might have realized they were spending more money than they planned that night. Or maybe they put something down and they realized they really didn't know how to use it. So ask them, why did you cross that off? Find out. Maybe if they don't know how to use it, you can tell them how to use it and they remember right why they wrote it down in the first place. You're helping them with their needs. Maybe they were trying to spend too much money than they planned for that night. Well, then you can offer a party. And taking this into parties and the business opportunity is really another call, but throughout these conversations, even though you're just trying to increase your sale, you may be learning enough about them to move into hosting the party or to offer the business opportunity. And that all goes through connecting with them and listening and asking them questions to get more information out of them. Joke with them, have a little fun with them. Sometimes when somebody starts telling me a story that I'm not expecting, put your pen down and listen to them and connect with them. Maybe they haven't had anyone to really talk to about this, or maybe they really are looking for a solution to their problem. Help them out. Let them know that you're listening and that you care and that you're going to do the most you can for them. My parties are really very structured, although the way I do it, they don't look very structured. I kind of let people know I'm going to go ahead and do this my way, or I'm feeling really relaxed tonight. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. We're not going to follow the order of the catalog. We're just going to wing it tonight and have a good time. You all seem laid back to me. It takes their guard down. It allows them to trust you, and it lets them talk a little bit more. And if you're listening, then you can find out what they need and what they want, and you can give it to them. So again, focus on the value of Tastefully Simple. Show them the value, how it can save them time, how it can save them money, how buying collections can save a little bit of money, how it can help them with picky eaters, how it's delicious. Those are wonderful values in our products. And then finally, listen. Listen to what they're saying. Connect with them. Find out about them. If you find out some information about your guests, you will have a better chance of selling more to them. All right, thanks so much. Let's jump back onto the Facebook stream and see what ideas you have liked that was offered tonight, or what new ideas you can add on to this. Bye, everyone. Thanks.